You see,
Hello,
God,
everybody.
I know we're going to be fighting like a million armies right now, but you told us, it would be easy. They'd all be like 1 hit point.
1 hit point armies? Are you like One Punch Man?
1 hit point per unit in the army.
Is it like, are we doing like, usually like a punch a domino and obviously all of Paradell falls? and makes like Leia.
Eldritch Blast, I take out all of them.
Be great.
How great would that be? That does not sound very exciting. So 1 HP, 22 AC? It actually would be kind of a fun villain. I would make it harder than that though, Steve. Because you want to make it so like even first level characters even struggle even more. Like 1 HP, like 25 AC. Like legit, like, come on, I just need to hit you once. Just hit you once.
And the Hexblade's curse, I would have to crit no matter what on him to get that.
Oh, I see how it is, Walnut. You pop in here and you specifically say hi to Rena. It's not anybody else. I get it. Girls gonna stick together. Yeah, whatever.
Oh.
Whatever.
Scott, I also realized something.
Yeah.
Since I got improved packed weapon, I should have had +1 on all of my attacks.
Well, only if you're actually using your packed weapon.
Except according to the rules, any weapon I'm proficient with is considered a packed weapon.
Correct. When you bind to it.
Let me show you the rule.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But a packed weapon is either a weapon that you summon or a weapon or a physical weapon that you bind with. But what they're saying is any weapon that you're proficient with is a weapon that you can make a packed weapon that you can bind with. So it's not just like, I picked up a spoon. I'm proficient with spoons. Therefore, I get +1 with it. It's whatever weapon you make your packed weapon.
Here, hold on. Let me screenshot this for you so you don't think I'm just cutting something out.
No. I don't think you would. You're usually pretty honest when it comes to rules. You just misinterpret them because you're a noob. That's all.
I'm reading the letter.
I was like, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. God damn you, Scott. You make everything miserable. So, Rena.
Level 5. Oh, go ahead.
Are you? Well, I was okay. Level 5 is very exciting. I know you're excited about that. So we're gonna get into leveling up and doing all that fun stuff and talking about mechanical stuff. But I want to talk about the tail end of last session for you. How was that?
It was stressful, but it was good. I'm trying to remember exactly where we left off. And basically, we took out only the loper, or what we thought was a loper, anyway. And then the other guys were left alive. And now we basically have control of Momley. So, I mean, it was really cool. It's awesome. I'm excited to see where we go from here in terms of, I don't know. I'm actually a little like I was very dead set on Rena's character and like where she was headed and how she's developing. And now I'm a little like, I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to have to like see, where they go from here. And I'm a little all over the place with it.
You kind of hit a nail on the head for me on this one. You specifically said we are now kind of like, took over Momley. And it's like, yeah. You're right. You did. You successfully took over Momley. Congratulations. But.
Mm-hmm. No, we can leave it there.
But,
no buts.
But, like, how do you run Momley? Like, how do you.
Leave.
Like, you have it. Mm-hmm. Okay, she's not a father from Florida. Okay? So.
Damn.
Yeah. So, it's not. Don't worry. It's not always because they don't love you. Sometimes it's smoking.
Sometimes they really are coming back. It's just taking them a while. So.
So, anyways, how are you guys gonna run it? I mean, obviously it's a question to everybody. Specifically asking Rena though. Like, what's the plan? You did it. You successfully overthrew every friggin' guard that you know of, and all 3 government officials were overthrown. You have enough favor of the city that the citizens actually look to you for leadership. But what does that mean? Where does that go?
I'm kind of thinking, they're wanting... Their original purpose for coming here way back when was to make this kind of like a home base. Somewhere that would work better than... what was that city that we were in? Ursina?
Yep.
The one that burnt down?
The one that, got basically raided. So that was kind of our mission to like make this something that was going to be where we can come back to and not have to worry about, being caught or captured or running into people or whatever. We just need a base of operations, and that's going to be Momley. So we kind of, I don't know. I feel like in terms of like what she's thinking is that she wants to set up the city so that it's in a place where they can, make weapons. I don't know, have maybe people training to be part of a
militia
force, or like a little militia or
So,
something like
so
that.
those kind of things require several details. Like, one is leadership, two is organization, and three is commerce. Those are three things that are required to make any society, however structured, function. Well, in theory, leadership is at the very least Rena, if not Rena and Ophios and Laszlo and so on.
Yeah,
like if leadership is going to come from them, and this other guy Lance that you just got, sure, leadership can come from the group of you guys, great. Then you need organization. Okay, well, what's the government structure going to be like? Who's going to handle this? Who's going to take care of that? How are these people, like, do they just go about their lives same as they did 2 minutes ago, or does that change? How does, are taxes collected by them to help pay for things? And then that leads to commerce. Commerce, for the direction of government functioning, requires a degree of taxation, but for people to be taxed, they need to have their own income. Sure, farmers will still grow their food, but who are they going to sell it to? You guys going to continue trading with who's upriver and downriver? Who are those people? Are they willing to trade with you?
Well, those are the monks, and there's that one guy who kind of respected her in a way, so they might be a possibility, to reach out to and maybe kind of keep that line open, because I don't know that it's such a good idea to just cut all of those ties off. Especially, it could be something like, oh, we were under new management sort of thing, like we're still conducting business, but like doing things a little bit differently, maybe setting things up like that, or even, finding new avenues for, trade and income and things like that.
Sure.
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. But reaching out to others, and maybe even gaining more people or more, I don't want to say followers, but you know what I mean? People to aid in our cause, so to speak.
Then comes the big question. How elbow deep do you intend to be in all this? I mean, Rena has a plan, has a goal, has all this stuff, as you said beforehand. And obviously, having a base of operations sounds nice. Base of operations being a place to plan and to leave, to spring forward from and fall back to. But it doesn't necessarily mean you sit there and lord over it with a scepter in hand and tiara on.
She's not the kind of person who would want to sit there and delegate all this stuff. She could help come up with initial planning and stuff, but she's more the type of person who would rather she would rather appoint somebody else to take care of that stuff for her. That way they could continue, because her, Yondis, and Ophios have had this plan to kind of hunt down these lopers. Not that I don't know that they ever really decided that that's what we're doing, that's all we're doing, that's our focus, but she's not going to abandon that, because
I think that's Tyler's. That's all Tyler's. That's all.
Yeah, so it's not like she's okay, well, this is what I'm going to do, going out, going forward, and I'm going to stay here and do this, and that. She would rather delegate it to someone else so that she can continue supporting them, because it's not, they're the reason that she's made it to this point too, whether she really wanted to or not.
So it sounds like you guys like not you guys, Rena specifically, likes the idea of the base of operations, likes the fallback point, but doesn't necessarily want to stand around and be like, yes, we will allow this much taxation on bread, but only this much on...
We get experts. We'll get experts for that. That's not our... We're more interested, because she's that's hella boring. I'd rather be on the action. Let's go and do what we're going to do, because she's not really trying to do all that. But
she turns to Yondis and so Yondis, how do you govern? And Yondis is literally sitting there with a half-empty hookah, you know what I mean? He's gonna eating pizza and an open bottle of Mountain Dew. He's literally got stuff in his scruggly beard, and he's like, what? I don't know.
Well, if you want an oligarchy, I can call my parents.
That is an interesting angle.
If you want an oligarchy to fight the oligarchy that we're trying to kill.
Is
You
that
know.
well? See, is that something Giannis would even do? Because I thought the whole thing was that Giannis was like basically disowned by his family because of this
Well,
relic that he lost for them.
You know, it's a complicated relationship. Me and my parents.
He's from
Yeah.
Florida.
Because that would be kind of interesting.
His mom is his cousin. His dad is his
I
brother.
can guarantee you that Laszlo would hate that idea, like 100%.
Wait, Laszlo isn't even here. Honestly,
Is he not? Is he not? In
I
town
mean,
anymore?
we don't know. Like, he wasn't there when we thought he would be, so
Oh,
I don't know how
no.
much. Oh yeah, I guess I should ask. Where's Laszlo? What's he up to?
Yeah, Laszlo.
Camp Laszlo.
Laszlo lived. He's still alive and everything. He just was busy. He was hunting them down. He was, he just wasn't there to be by your side because he was trying to finish things up.
Mm-hmm.
His men took a hit pretty hard. You can imagine.
I know because
Because the ones that were
Again,
backing you up were all killed before.
another one was killed. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that are backing you up were all killed before you even were approached by the Loper, who clearly put some sort of a loop or whatever it was in that area to keep any passersby out. So, Laszlo is alive, but his men are literally down to one or two. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know like if he's gonna be willing to work with us after all of that.
I'm sure he'd be willing to build a new militia with the troops he could get out of the town, though.
But it doesn't sound like he wanted to stay here beyond that because when he was talking to us, he was
doesn't
saying,
really have a choice now. He kind of lost all his men. He can't really,
I guess so.
unless he wants to like cut ties with the rebellion entirely that he'd built himself.
So
which I don't think
we
he wants
make
to
it
do.
more of a negotiation then. Like if you want to leave, you've got to play by our rules, sort of thing.
No, if he wants to leave, he goes by himself. But if he wants to stay, he runs the town. That's kind of.
So it is like an ultimatum for him.
I mean, he's only got like 2 people left.
Yeah, or one, or if that. Like,
but
Like a
it's
handful.
also too that he agrees with your cause, but maybe not. He doesn't know the finer details, and he doesn't necessarily agree with every angle that you choose to take and whatnot. Because obviously, everything pertaining to Ophios is rather kind of over his head and kept from him, right?
well, speaking of that though, it's like, would we bring him into the loop on that Ophios?
I don't know if Ophios should want that.
He does not need to know.
But a majority of his
Laszlo.
men died because of the Loper.
Oh
though.
heck no.
Yeah, Laszlo
no.
can't know.
Laszlo's not gonna know.
So what do we say about the men he lost?
That's war, baby. I don't know what he wants.
We don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
I
Good
guess.
job. We won. It was
I just
a-
feel like
honestly-
if he doesn't
honestly-
get answers, he won't be willing to work with us. Is kind of how I'm
But
feeling.
but here's the thing: they weren't with us. We happened to go to the prison, and the prison collapsed. Hey, it fell on his head. We didn't lie.
It wasn't our fault they all died. We killed the guy who killed all of them, right? Didn't they all die to the Loper?
Rena's not talking
Yeah.
about just that one guy. She's talking about the other ones that were attacked by the Loper on the way in.
Laszlo's men.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we killed the guy who killed their guy. So,
Oh,
So they
I
definitely
didn't-
witnessed a powerful
Technically, we
mage.
don't know that they were attacked by the Loper on their way
But
in.
I'm
We didn't
assuming
see
he
that.
tells us.
You would be told though. Like you'd be told this is what we witnessed. So you're not going to be ignorant to anything. You're 100% going to have all the information
Yeah.
in the encounter. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be like, oh yeah, that guy's totally this like extra planar dude, you know?
That I'm here and I'm a snake boy hunting them down. You know.
Yeah.
no.
There you go. So, I heard Rena's perspective on everything. Thank you, Rena. I'm sure you're going to be
Welcome.
very interested in working on leveling up your character. Why don't we turn our attention over to Messi for a minute and hear your opinion on it all? How last session ended and what you're thinking about moving forward.
Yandis killed a Loper. That was pretty cool. I don't think he's displeased with any of the results right now. I think he's pretty happy with how things turned out, even though it wasn't perfect. You know, no plan goes 100%. Especially when you're dealing with extraplanar beings that can control time and space. You know, you don't really get a choice in how well things go. So, all things considered, he's alive. They're not. They won over the town and the people, and you know, kind of mission accomplished. You know, despite the casualties.
So, the whole governance thing moving forward, hunkering down versus launching forward, the combination of the two where you have the base of operations. What's his opinion on the whole situation? In his own head, not bouncing it off the others.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd say this, but he's thinking that he would like to head back towards real civilization, you know, back south. You know, it's been almost a year, I think, since he's been in a place with a with a real bed. So he's looking forward to getting out of this town as quickly as possible and going towards the more civilized areas to try to free them. And I think his plan in his mind, he wants to just sort of start crossing names off that list that he wrote. That's his goal right now. Because that helps more than just Ophios, that and Paradel. It helps his own relationships with his family and that kind of thing.
He wants to hop on a boat and go downriver, deeper into Paradel, where civilization and bigger targets are. Mind you, the party's talking about heading slightly north, which luckily is also on a river that joins with the one that you'd be hopping on anyways.
And that's more like a side thing for him. Like, he's okay with doing that. He just doesn't want to spend a lot of time there, and he did kind of promise them that they'd get the help they need. So he would totally be okay with that. Just as long as it's not a permanent thing, then it would be fine.
That being said, though, Rena was recently nicknamed the Queen of Vala. Vala technically has 3 pillars that it stands on, 3 city-states and the prince that runs it. One of the pillars is Momley. The other one happens to be right near Momley, as we've discussed beforehand, Zolgov. If you actually did want to collapse all 3 pillars, you'd have to take out Zatishk as well, which is, we've been through there multiple times, so on and so forth. It's a good distance away.
Well, and Zatishk is the place where, that commander in particular put the bounty on our heads, or at least Rena's head.
Yeah, so...
And apparently Yondas's head, too.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So a couple ideas. Zolgov isn't far, so we could if Laszlo wants to, he could raise his militia and go do Zolgov on his own if he thinks he can handle it. Or, I see what. Yeah, okay. Or, if we take both those cities, that kind of gives us a sector of. It's a very small one in Vala, but it does give us like many more miles of territory that we kind of control instead of just one city in itself.
Truth be told, if you took both those cities, in theory, you own half of. Like landmass wise, half of Vala, if not more than half of Vala, because of with the mountains kind of separate the two. However,
can you show a map on stream?
I can. I have it visible for you guys, I think. Just not
I see it. I was just looking at your stream. I don't see it.
I
got you, boy. However, now I'll put this on stream in a second. What I'm about to describe.
Oh, all our cameras got screwed up. Oh, you put it on Kingmaker?
Oh, you know what it is? I've been so used to pressing the combat for when you guys were 4 people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all. It's fixed now, though. For some reason, you and Ophios are flipped over here. I think it's because I used to have to fix... Oh, is that because of the other campaign? I can fix it right now. Sorry, 1 second. I thought I fixed Regicide, but things are still a little wonky. That's so weird. Not Regicide, sorry, Thronekeeper. I don't know, whatever. Moving on. So you guys would be able to have landmass-wise half of, maybe more than half of the lands.
There's still all the cities on the river. Even if we control the pillars, that doesn't necessarily mean we control what's that? Marich?
Correct. Or Merrick, yeah. Correct. That would be a concern, but it actually goes a little bit beyond that too. Hold on, I'm pulling up the image right now. And go. We'll just cut and over here paste. So you guys would be a Vala over here. So yeah, sure, you'd have Zolgov and Momley here, which is all good and well. But then realistically, right where these rivers meet, you're now technically out of Vala. Like right Hokov over there and Merrick. You're actually those are the last 2 towns in Vala. To the right of that, to the east of that, or to the south of Merrick. Now you're in Paranhia, which is another province. You know what I mean? Technically, though, the Paranhia is the first, and Tyler, listen to this one, the first province of the 3 that the Tarumbar, with the last name that you're interested in, happens to rule over. Now, I don't have that full family tree list for you. I'll have it for you next week, of course, because this one's not about moving forward that stuff. But yeah, that's the first nation where it matters.
Which nation was that?
Are you looking on the stream?
I'm not looking on the stream at the moment.
Okay.
I can pull it up real quick. Now
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can-
Just for the map that I have currently displayed over there. So Paranhia, Leyden, which
largest.
is broken into 2 areas, and Delegas. Those are the 3 provinces that Tarumbar happens to fall under, like, be in control of. So going not very far, you see what I'm talking about? Yes, Tyler?
Yeah, because we're in Vala right now.
Correct. So if you actually look, Momley is here, which you can probably see right about now. Momley is here, and then so once you get past Merrick or past Hokov, that's when it's like, all right, now I'm in her territory. So
Which one was the one that's really loved that you had talked about? Is that south of Idir?
That's who he's talking about.
what do you mean by
In Paranhia, he's talking about the queen that's like
Yeah,
beloved.
the queen that's beloved.
Yeah,
Is that in?
that's Tarumbar. She. So if you're not talking about the prince, if you're talking about the Tarumbar, she has Paranhia, Leyden, and Delegas. So that
Okay, so
whole
she's the
chunk.
beloved one in those
Yeah.
3.
Correct. She's the one that rules them as like as their king, queen, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And then there's another one that takes care of Rost, Doin, and Sahora. And then there's a third one that takes care of Bard, Jovencia, and Vala. But you don't really care as much about that one.
Right.
I mean,
You might.
Bard's pretty cool.
Bard is pretty cool. I mean, he's not from Bard, though, actually. His character's from Osto. It's in Bard, but it actually works kind of like
Yeah.
Washington, D.C., where
Yeah, I'm
it's
from there too.
it's its own, like, almost its own government, separate
My
from Bard.
hometown.
So my thought process is focusing more on Vala. Because of the nation to the north where we were before was that Curse Vault.
That place was actually not on that map. That's actually going to be over here. And so that's actually is technically just outside of Vala. It's over here. Inside.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the reason I want to focus on Vala is because they were the group that really wanted to help us and had gotten pushed back into that area. So from that point, if we can take over Zolgoth and then head up there, we could possibly get significant aid to take Zatishk and then give them basically free all of the lands that Rena kind of grew up in.
In theory, take that land and give it back to Taziendale.
Correct.
So now you're talking about a military campaign versus like little insurgents or whatever it is, because you're talking about not just taking lands but holding lands.
Which is why we would have to have the favors of the military of the north.
Yes, so you have to gain the aid of like you're saying, going through Curse Vault and everything else that's going there. It's gain the aid of Taziendale to actually surge and fight back. Yes,
Is that what Ophios wants? Ophios
that's
wants
what I'm
to lift those
asking.
people?
yeah.
No, that's what Ophios would think. That's not necessarily what Ophios wants. Ophios has his wants are just to hunt down these people. He wants to study them. He wants to take down Zolgoth, and lay a hit to see how they react to that, and
Well,
then base his actions based on their reactions.
Well, theoretically, crossing the names off is going to do just as much politically as it will militarily in that area, I think.
The difference, the way Ophios is thinking, is that fighting it on 2 fronts. You don't just have the rogue Rena and comrades fighting. All of a sudden, now you have a whole war you have to deal with from Taziendale.
Yeah, I think what you're more or less saying is Rena is kind of like a straw man. Rena is literally, that name is used as an argument even if there's a war being fought over here in the name of Taziendale. Sorry, in the name of Rena, it's realistically small insurgents run by people like Laszlo and Vance, and armies of Taziendale in the name of Rena, who again is a straw man who realistically is just brought with you guys cloak and dagger to hunt down the targets that you're more interested in, and utilizing her renown in areas to either invoke fear or inspire aid along the way, while you two are trying to use a degree of anonymity. Tyler's been able to maintain a pretty strong degree. Messy, lesser so for whatever reason that you haven't really discerned yet. Anonymity to get to your targets and hunt them down. But you literally just took out a city. You can imagine there's going to be retaliation if it hasn't already been launched towards you and is inbound already. than it is going to be very soon.
Correct. That's why Ophios's idea is to give the people what they need in Momley, establish a little bit, but mostly go to Zolgov's strike, and then lead that army into a place where they're going to be running into more problems than trying to just get us.
Yeah, more or less keep giving them a whole bunch of issues along the way. I got you. I get what you're saying. So
Yeah, you're basically pulling them into a funnel. It's generally how. So I'm thinking Braveheart.
Freedom.
Yeah. So except Rena is Wallace.
I mean, to be fair though, Arena would look pretty fly with some purple makeup on her face. I know it's supposed to be blue, but let's be serious. It was a pretty deep shade.
I have that. I've got purple.
Yeah.
Blue.
You want to do some for next stream? You're gonna start every stream putting on some William Wallace purple makeup.
I could do that.
Yeah.
100%.
I think it was.
You're gonna wear like the sleeveless show off those. You know what I mean? To be
Do
fair
like
though,
the whole deal.
I mean, to be fair though, it's not exactly like Mel Gibson was jacked in that movie either. I think he like curled maybe 25-pound, dumbbells 15 times a day, and he's like, yeah, I look like a guy that could handle a claymore.
It's good enough. Yeah.
That's probably what they looked like back then.
It's a 90s film, it's all good.
It works.
Nowadays, if you're gonna be like, I don't know, the nerd dad, you have to have like a 19 pack. It's like 19. That's an odd number. Yeah, because I'm a nerd, so it doesn't make sense. Okay.
Sure.
Thanks, Ben Stiller for playing a mentally challenged character.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm very confused right now.
You lost us.
Are you talking about Ben Affleck?
No. Oh, Ben Affleck. They're
Yeah,
both
I was
terrible
like,
actors.
yeah.
Both terrible actors.
What?
All
It's
right,
very
whatever,
confusing.
man.
All right, moving on. So, I was gonna ask, Zolgov, wasn't that the place where Matthew Cuddy was trying to stir
Mathis
up?
Cuddy, yeah.
Mathis
something?
Cuddy, yeah,
Mathis.
of course.
Sorry, Mathis. What was he trying to do there? Like the same thing that we were doing in Momley? Isn't that what he said? I can't remember what he said.
Kind of. He was going in and just trying to stir up some shit because
Okay.
of supposedly the commander there had done something against people that he had a vested interest with, and so he was trying to return a favor.
Got it. Okay. And then, so if we were to get any backlash, it would probably be coming from Satish. That's what I'm assuming.
Not necessarily. My apologies. Probably.
Like not necessarily from the south is what I'm saying. Like,
Well, yes, because the funny thing is, you guys are in this unique scenario. It's a very unique scenario where usually a prince takes care of their own problems, which would be the Prince of Turumbar. Of Vala. And if they can't take care of their problems, they kind of like have to ask for aid from above. It comes from their Turumbar, who has Jovincia and Bard. Well, you're gonna have a hard time getting people from Bard or Jovincia all the way to where you are in Vala. They would have to come from Zatish. So your analysis is not incorrect. You know what I mean? It's one of those unless the prince goes directly to the wrong Turumbar, or that Turumbar has to ask for aid from another one. You know what I mean? And mind you, the Turumbar here, for what your characters understands, more messy and Serena than Tyler, of course. They're busy. Their entire Western Front is currently out of war. They are busy. And technically they're busy handling a different problem too, but we don't have to worry about that in this campaign yet.
The musical that's happening next week in the center of Bard. We gotta get They gotta get everyone ready.
So I mean, yeah, it's like timing wise kind of works out. So I feel like their biggest problem is Zatish, and if they can get that taken care of first, that might help them to kind of spend more time with Zolgov and like the other cities and stuff they're trying to. I don't know. I mean, that's just like her thought.
I think your idea of attacking Zolgov while they're kind of, we'll call it vulnerable, is not a bad idea. Like, you guys have a pretty good path direction here. Cool. That's kind of like an idea of where the characters are going to go. There's an important RP thing that I want to have happen. But I imagine we want to get into kind of leveling your characters too, because that's actually legitimately always fun to do. And then there's some important RP stuff that we have to have take place. So for the sake of leveling characters, what were you guys? What were we thinking? Who wants to go first? Who wants to be showcased first?
I mean, mine is really quick because it's just like you get an extra attack.
Rena.
That's it.
Oh, apparently, I can't have the ability to see everything over there.
It says beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. That's literally it.
Oh my God, Rena, that's amazing.
Crazy, I know. All that work.
Whoa!
That's it. That's all I get.
No, jokes aside though, that's an amazing ability. The ability that when
Yeah.
you make your attack, you attack twice, and then with your bonus action, you can turn it. You can like if you drop somebody, you make a third attack. Rena, just to put this in perspective for you, you attack twice as your action. If you then action surge, you attack 2 more times.
2 more.
Yeah, because your action gives you 2 attacks. Action surge gives you another action. Comprende?
So
Four
then I
attacks,
get to
baby.
attack it twice again. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
yeah. That is a
Okay.
huge
Is that
upgrade
once
in
per
power
short
for you.
rest?
Just says I can do it. Doesn't
Action
there's no
surge
like
is. what's the
Action
reach?
surge is once per short rest.
yeah, that's once per short rest.
Short rest. That's not bad at all. That's like every encounter basically. Once an encounter.
Also, Reno, when you go up to level 5, you also gain a +1. So when you actually increase your level in your character sheet, it'll increase your proficiency bonus from a 2 to a 3, which upgrades everything that has a check mark next to it.
Oh.
Yeah, and for
okay.
somebody like say Messi, who has what's it called?
Jack of all trades.
No, the other one there. What the fuck's it called? Sorry.
The other one.
Expertise. That those 4s become 6s. It's a +2 for all the things that have expertise in it, which is huge for you. That's like an awesome upgrade. So what else does Rena get? She gets like you just said right there. Is there anything else that'll fight
You
her?
get your health, right? You go up in health.
Yeah, of course, always.
Yeah, that.
You want to roll your health?
Hold on, we're gonna entice chat to spend some daddies on that in case they want to lend some degree of aid.
They can help.
Yeah, they've always been able to.
They've just never helped me before.
Oh.
I mean,
They have. You got to. I'm pretty sure you got to re-roll at one point.
Oh, I actually do remember whining about a roll once. Shoot, I don't remember what happened with that.
yeah. So Rena, you go to +3 there, and I don't see anything else. Give me one
I think
second.
that was it. Yeah, if I'm looking at the same thing.
Steve wants to know if they can curse for not once.
I mean, that does sound like fun. If you wanted to do it to Tyler only, I'm just kidding. It's funnier to do it to Messi.
Not wrong.
I mean, to be honest, I was so wrapped up in thought when I was looking at spells that I didn't hear all the stuff that Rena wanted to do. So
Oh, like what do you mean, like party wise? Like what? Were
yeah, when you were talking earlier.
Oh no, yeah, don't worry about it.
Bad because I tuned back and I'm like, wait, shit, I've been paying attention to this spell list for the last.
No,
10
it's pretty straightforward. I mean, you'll find out.
Okay.
Rena, by the way,
Talk
next
about it.
level, unlike most other classes, next level you get another ASI where you can grab a feat or you can improve an ability score. So like last time you grabbed Great Weapon Fighter, which was totally worth it. So next
Yeah.
level you can finally like jack your strength up by 2.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, or your con by 2 if you just want more health points or whatever at the time. So Rena, why don't you do you want to roll for health points first before we bring our attention to somebody else?
Yes. Let's just finish it off here, and then because theirs are going to be more interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, what am I rolling? I forget.
You can actually press the hit die button, I believe, and that actually does it for you. Because oh no, hit die. Hit die should do
Oh,
it,
that's right.
Because it adds your con for you +1, I think. Huh?
Oh,
Wow.
terrible! I think your health's lower than mine already. That's
mean-
not helping.
I mean, Steve, I guess you don't have to nat one her.
Guess you don't have to do it, Steve.
Wait, what's your max health now?
32.
Yeah, 32.
Yeah, mine's
Really?
32 and I haven't leveled yet. That sucks.
Oh my god.
How are you a
Yeah, that
fighter with no
sucks.
health? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Honestly, I don't know.
Can I
What's
use
your
my
con
daddy's?
score? Is it only a +1?
Yeah.
That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you put your stats?
Yes,
What
you
else?
can, Jake. Jake, yes, you can.
Can I aid?
No. Jake has a lot of daddies though, so he's gonna come save Rena.
Did you win them all in the?
Oh.
I have
And,
officially
yeah.
figured out how to use my daddies, so be prepared for me to send some daddies towards campaigns that I end up viewing at random points in time.
I've
Ooh.
used daddies once.
Rena, Jake. I combined your two names.
like,
I turned you
What's
guys
the
into
ship
a
name?
Hollywood relationship.
Yeah, that's the ship name.
So Rena, Jake gave you 8 of the martyr, which allows you to re-roll in this situation.
Yay! Thank you. I appreciate it.
Watch, she natty ones again.
Oh,
Nope, maxed.
All right.
There you go.
What are the
That's worth it.
All
Worth
right.
it.
So now Steve, do you want to curse it to make her re-roll?
No!
Is it just gonna be a daddy battle?
Oh,
Steve,
God.
do you want to
You just
curse
want to
it?
Daddy
create a
battle?
daddy battle?
I'll give you 20 seconds to contemplate it, whether or not you want to do that.
No.
While
Dad 41 now, Rena, quick, set it.
fight.
Set it to 41 quick before they can stop.
Wait,
Messy,
it stacks on top of.
No, I was just adding 9 to the 2. You said you were at 32 when you added 2,
Yes.
so it's 41.
Okay.
Messy,
What's up?
what level are you putting your class level in? What are we going up in?
Putting it in Rogue,
Wait,
Thank
hold
God.
on. Why is it only 9, Messy?
because you rolled
No,
an 11,
No,
so
no,
you
no,
already
no, no,
put
no,
2
no,
down,
no.
right?
She didn't already add the 2, so you're just adding 11.
Oh, you didn't add the
Just
2
adding
yet. Oh,
11.
okay.
So it would be 43. If you
No,
want
no,
from
no.
30
She's at
to-
30. She's at 41.
Oh, so then she's at.
Oh, she
40.
was at 41.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was right.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I was very confused.
Yeah, but she didn't already add the 2, which is why you were confusing her. So, Messy, you're adding the 3rd level of Rogue? That's awesome because the
I'm more
archetype
rogue
that you
than-
chose.
Yeah, I'm more rogue. Yeah, so I decided to go with the 2 goblins and a trench coat archetype, which means at level 3 I get the panic ability, so I can split into 2 and go in 2 directions at once. So I think this is really gonna help the team out. And also, I have 4 arms now, so that's pretty cool.
So, Messy, up your sneak attack to 2d6 from whatever garbage it was before.
I did, yeah.
And then you get, because you went swashbuckler, you have a couple of new
Yeah.
abilities
Yeah, I
called
do.
Fancy Footwork and Rakish Audacity. Do you want to describe that to these boys?
I hate reading.
That's okay. You don't have to read. You can say it from memory because you're that smart.
Yeah, sure. Fancy footwork.
Oh,
when I
and here we go.
chose
We're gonna
this-
get our nice Floridian education system right here.
I can't read. When I chose this archetype at 3rd level, I learned how to land a strike and then slip away without reprisal. During my turn, if I make a melee attack against a creature, that creature could take opportunity attacks against you that creature can't take opportunity attacks against you for the rest of the turn. Sorry, my photographic memory had a misspell in it, so that's not very good, is it?
You can hit somebody and you can sneak away without having to use your disengage. So it
I
actually
haven't
allows
done
you to run away while still maintaining your bonus actions to do other things, like say hit another attack with your offhand or double move or something else. But that's not that exciting. Now read Rakish Audacity.
Sure. Rakish Audacity. Starting at 3rd level, my confidence propels me into battle. I can give myself a bonus to my initiative rolls equal to my charisma modifier, which is 3. I also gain an additional way to use my sneak attack. Okay, this is what you were telling me about. The sneak attack thing you said is super good. You don't need advantage on the attack roll to use your sneak attack against a creature if you're within 5 feet of it. And no other creatures are within 5 feet of you, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Meaning, if you go toe to toe,
Yeah.
now what does your core weapon do? D4 or D6? It's a short sword, right?
Yeah, it's a D6.
That means if you're going toe to toe with somebody, you're doing 3d6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't require advantage for you to do that. You just go toe to toe for 3d6 damage and attack. Well,
If I
what's
hit.
wrong? If you hit, 3d6 damage, and you can still bonus action hit them with your offhands.
Which is another 1d6 if I hit, yeah.
That's pretty. You can, in theory, do 46 a round plus dex modifier. That's pretty balla. Cool.
That sounds better than the other one.
And you have some.
Well, now hold on. I wasn't done reading about the being an imp, or a goblin. in a
Oh
trench
yeah,
coat.
what is that about?
So when
Unmute him.
when I split, each goblin has half my hit points, so it's like there's 2 of me, so that's pretty cool. And they share initiative, so I can like control each one. So
How'd you become this all of a sudden?
I've always been this way. You just haven't noticed because my stealth. Actually, Daelric was having me roll stealth checks every single time we had a conversation. I just like whispered it to him, and he didn't show it on
So we
stream,
wouldn't notice your extra arms.
Yeah, well, yeah, and my little feet, because it's two goblins in a trench coat standing on top of each other. So
Hey, chat, with a raise of pizza, how many people want to see Messi play a Devati?
does this count?
Yeah,
I don't
you're
know
in
what
chat.
a body is.
Oh, me either. I just like playing.
It's a very complex character. It's identical, not identical because they're boy and girl, but twin siblings, born together, that share a soul and share a mind, and because of that, they
When one dies, the other dies.
no, they like share actions. They share like action economy. They share abilities. They share this that, and the other. It's like this crazy thing, but they can be different classes. So one could be like a druid and one could be like a rogue, but they have to like share how many actions each of them gets, and if one of them dies, the other one goes like fucking insane, and
That sounds annoying.
it's a very difficult class to play, race to play. So who wants to see Messi? Oh, better yet, let's have Neil play it because Neil doesn't overanalyze every single word he says.
I see a lot of nays. 2 to be exact.
Yeah.
Which I think weighs out the pizza I held up. All right, fine. I
Yep.
won't.
Well, to be fair though, that does look like a pizza. It just doesn't have its cheese on it yet.
What, my pizza?
No, the nace.
Oh, yeah, it kind of looks like sauce with...
Tyler put up 2 pizzas to counter their 2 cheeseless pizzas. So I don't know.
That's a lot of pizza.
It seems like a lot of pizza. Cool. So you're putting that on there. Obviously, getting your plus to your what's it called? Proficiency bonus. What are your ones that actually I'm gonna click on you? Your expertise is stealth and perception.
I don't get anything in my proficiency bonus to level 5.
No, your proficiency bonus going up to +3. Because it's your maximum level. It's your stacked level for the bonus to change. Because your character level, not your class level, when your proficiency bonus goes up. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's why if you look at your character sheet, it says 3.
Did it do it on its own?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
See?
Cool. I thought it was by class. I was like, damn, I have to wait.
No. Yeah. Because you have 2 level bard and 3 level rogue, and so it equals 5 total, and you're good. Yeah. And that's right. This is rogue 5 bard. I'm not sure how you did that.
I didn't do that. Did you do that just now?
Then I think it's supposed to be swash buckler. Swashbuckler Rogue 5, Bard 2. And then your actual level is
I'm not a
supposed to
rogue
be-
5. I'm rogue 3.
I'm aware of this, but you seem to be a little confused.
I
Second
didn't
class.
type any of this, sir.
Sure. Level 3.
There you go.
There we go, indeed. All right. By the way, your stealth's now +9, and your perception's now +6. That's pretty baller. That's pretty amazing.
I think it's been that way.
I think you accidentally plugged in your level before, and so you've had higher than you're supposed to this whole time.
Well, I haven't passed the perception check yet, so...
So you've been having better chance to hit, better perception checks and stealth checks than you're
I'm
supposed
still
to
useless.
for this whole time because you plugged in your
I didn't do
level
that,
wrong.
dude. You must have did that. That must have been you, 100%.
Mm-hmm. This is what he did, chat. So over here, where it says your level, you see where it says 3 up here in this corner. Right here it says 3. He had that written as a 5, and then he had in subclass Bard with 2 inside parentheses. So it said 5 and 2, but then also over here, or technically I think it said 4 and 2, but then technically over here it also had Bard 2, so it's counting him as level 6.
Don't stop showing chat my sub race. I mean my race. Don't show chat. That's supposed to be revealed in the 6th season.
You mean that you're Perrin?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it says.
Chad, don't tell anyone if you saw that, okay? Don't clip it.
Uh-huh. That's nice, Messi.
Giannis is the biggest conundrum of a character. The banjo playing, four-armed looking goblin freaking parent.
2 goblins.
Oh, got it. 2
They're
goblins.
stacked on top of each other. One of them plays the banjo, the other one doesn't.
The most exciting level up out of everybody here.
It's very interesting.
Ophios, what are you doing for your level up, sir?
Well, I got my Eldritch Invocation, which is Thirsting Blade, which means anytime I take the attack action, I get to attack twice.
Yep.
I'm having a hard time figuring out my spell, though.
Now, to be clear, I don't think you have to attack with your pack weapon for that, though. I think it's just anytime you attack with the
Correct.
attack action.
Anytime I attack, it's... no, wait. Thirsting Blade says packed weapon.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Just gonna use it all the time, that's all.
Yeah, so I was going to talk to you about that.
Oh, by the way, Tyler, before you talk about that, you do also know that starting this level, your, what's it called? Your Eldritch Blast shoots 2 blasts now, not just 1.
Is because that's 3rd level. At 3rd level, it shoots more than 1? Because I cast at 3rd level now.
Level 5.
Yeah, so 3rd level spells.
No, because it's a cantrip. Cantrips don't do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So okay.
It goes up. Most wizards, just their cantrips just do more damage. That one spell just gets more attacks instead of more damage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
I know my DCs went up for my Poison Spray and Hellish Rebuke.
Mm-hmm.
As well as the damage. Hellish Rebuke now does 3d10 damage.
Which is pretty awesome.
And Poison Spray does, I think, 3d12 now.
3?
I think.
Not 2?
It might be 2. Was
Yeah.
it just doing 1 before? So then
I
it would be
believe so.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was your question about the blade? Oh, Messi, you gonna roll your health?
I'm gonna take the average.
Mm-mm.
I mean, if you want me to roll health, I'll roll health, but...
If you take the average, you have to sit at level 2, and it stays forever. But you've been rolling, so you're stuck rolling.
Oh, damn it.
You can't bounce back and forth.
Damn it.
So I sent you the screenshot of what I saw on 5e tools for the blade. It doesn't say... I'm
Is that
making it
what,
my
hex
pack
blade?
weapon. I sent it to you.
Yeah. I'm actually just gonna look up a 5e tool so it's gonna be bigger on my screen. So, and this is Plex Blade. Hexblade's just what, UA?
I got
So,
the
Hex
average.
Warrior, Hexblade's Curse, Shadow Hounds, which part of it? So, Hex
We're
Warrior.
looking at Hex
you
Warrior.
You
It's
gain
under Hex
proficiency in
Warrior.
medium armor, shields, and martial weapons. In addition, when attacking with a melee weapon that you are proficient with and that lacks a two-handed property, you can add your charisma modifier instead of strength or dex for the attack and its damage rolls. Yes, that is true.
Okay.
What does that have to do
'Cause-
with your actual?
Okay, so that doesn't mean it's necessarily my packed weapon. It's just any weapon I use makes it. Okay.
Hexblade and your pact are 2 separate features.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's like
okay,
saying I
that's
have a
where was
Mustang.
confused.
That is automatic.
That's
what I mean?
fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So basically my question here is because all of my the part that's really annoying about it is summoning that blade is an action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Or summoning whatever it is an action.
but it also is something that you can have anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah. So here's my question is can I just automatically have it out as a falchion and then if I want to change it to something else, I change it to something else?
Is it a physical weapon or is it a weapon that's metaphysical, meaning you can? Because if you take a real sword, let's say it's a falchion that's you
Right, I can make it be my packed weapon, but that removes the ability for me to change it into something else if I so
Correct.
chose.
Correct.
My point is, can I just automatically have it summoned on me without?
Oh
having
yeah.
to
You can
say
wake
it?
up in the morning and while you're taking your morning piss, you summon it and just put it at your side and it stays there all day.
Okay. Now I will tell you this: if my weapons are taken away from me, I think if it's away from more than 5 feet away from me for a while, I forget what it is.
Like probably a minute. Even if it's around, it just disappears. Can you summon
Yep.
it back to you? Yeah.
5 feet or for 1 minute or more, it disappears.
Yep. Yep. No, makes sense. And you'd be able to summon it back to you
Okay.
as a standard action, or as an action, same as always.
Okay. So, is there a way to put, because there's a global damage modifier, what that's supposed to do? Because I have the Pact of the Blade, the improved Pact weapon.
Yep.
It does +1 to damage and +1 to attack.
Correct.
Is there a way to put that in underneath as
It should just have an option where it just says magic. Is there a line that just says magic?
I'm talking under global damage modifiers.
No. So you would just do it on your actual weapon, because it's a specific weapon as opposed to a feature. So when you're actually looking at your weapon, hold on one second, I'm pulling it up for you right now. So if you're looking at, let's say, versus falchion, you would just write like pack falchion or just p falchion. Or whatever you
Okay,
want.
so just.
And then if you inside here, you see where it says magic bonus 1. If you make, let's say I put a magic bonus 7 there, just to make it exaggerated, and click away, you see your chance to hit just went through the roof, and your damage when you roll it, chance it's through the roof, and your damage is through the roof.
Is that a +14?
Okay, so we just. So
You
I
rolled a
just need
7.
to click on that.
Yep. So where that magic is, you would just put a 1 instead of where I put a 7.
Okay, so anytime I had it as my, I had summoned it, I just go in and do the +1 in there.
No. Just I'm saying, just do it now, because when would you not have it summoned, right? Because if you're always going to have it out, how often are you going to be using a falchion that isn't that?
I mean, the point is he's still going to keep his falchion, but just in case. But he's going to be using that one mostly.
Oh yeah, and unless you like, again, I don't think there's any mechanical benefits to that particular falchion, which is why you'd want to necessarily binds to that one, but you can binds to that one to make that your pact weapon that you can make disappear and reappear and whatnot.
Yeah,
It's just,
but that
there's a
would
benefit to
also that would also make it so I can't change it into a
Correct.
bow if I so wanted to.
Correct. Yep. You wouldn't be able to change it into, like, say, a spear or any of those other abilities, right? You are correct. The benefit for why you would want to bind to it, and you may have already realized this, Tyler, is if you, say, came across a spear that does like 3d6 extra damage against dragons. And you're like, well, we're dragon hunting right now, so I'm going to binds to this. So this is going to never disappear. It's not going to get taken from me. Because I can just have my spear back, you know?
Right. It can't be taken or destroyed.
Yeah, you can do the whole Thor situation. Like, sometimes it takes a minute, you know? So.
I think, though, I wouldn't get the extra +1 of improved pact weapon if I had chosen to bind with it and it already has a modifier that already is higher than +1.
If it's +1 or higher, yeah, it wouldn't stack. Correct.
Yeah.
Which is why I was talking about an effect like, say, +3d6 damage as opposed to +2/+2. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Right.
cool. So apply that on there, and you already do apply your charisma to your chance to hit and damage, which is why your chance to hit was already so high.
Yeah.
So your chance is now what? A +8?
It's a +8, and now my damage is all a +1. The thing is, I had been attacking with it, and we weren't applying that, which is fine.
So you're rolling 6 instead of 7, with +6 instead of +7, and now with that on there, you're +8. And if somebody deems to give you Messy, by the way, I've just noticed right now, you did get a curse to reroll your health.
Just noticed that just now.
Yep, 6 minutes late.
Crazy. Oh,
So yeah, you
I hate you.
yeah.
I mean, you
I
did
rolled
roll
the
the
average.
fire.
I rolled the average, and now they're cheating.
You know, roll Messy.
Okay.
I think Steve did that to you.
Keep the
Thanks,
reroll.
Steve. God damn it.
I was hoping you rolled higher for the reroll. Jake, you gonna come in and save him? Jake, you.
I think Jake only is going to save Rena.
I mean, it's only 2 points, so I'm really not worried about it.
Oh, you guys are supposed
We
to
all
have,
have
each
our
other's backs,
favorites.
right? We all have our
Although-
favorites.
Just saying, if I did end up rolling an 8, I'd be at a 40 flat. So, just something to think about.
What do you got currently?
37. So if I rolled an 8,
Ooh,
if
this
I
one
rolled
is-
a 6.
But 3 + 7 = 4. So Wind Emblem, Aid of the Martyr. There you go, Messy. You can re-roll. Thank Wind.
I actually don't want to Okay, I'll
Uh-oh.
reroll again.
Jake said I'm not going to counter other people.
And the only reason why is he's not going to trigger. He doesn't want trump cards dropped on him.
Yeah. Oh, it went one higher.
You want to hear
You
something
went in
else?
between the two.
Anyone else?
Messy's
Anyone else?
actually, yeah. Somebody else did a re-roll as well. Offered it to you.
No, they probably just didn't realize that someone else had already done it before, so you probably just want to refund that one.
I'll gladly refund it or you can take it.
You can refund it unless they really wanted that.
Yeah, are you gonna go lower? The thing is, go lower or higher?
Yeah, I don't. I rolled a 7, a 5, and a 6. What could I possibly roll next?
A 1.
A 1. Yeah.
Let's see if they give an opinion. If they keep quiet, I'll refund it. If they give an opinion saying to use it, then I'll say use it.
Who was it? So I can ban them from the chat so they can't respond.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I didn't even see.
It was Anna.
Was it?
Totally was
No,
Anna.
it wasn't. Anna was sitting there, waste of daddies.
Ban Anna for me. No, before the level up stuff, Anna, we actually were talking about interpretation of how the last season ended and plans for the characters want to do moving forward in the world. So there's actually
Ophios, I just talked about plans. I didn't talk about anything else yet.
Oh,
'Cause I was
interpretation?
focused on
No. Yeah. I was asking Rita and Messi, and then we kind of just got to you. So anyways, they didn't say anything, so I'm going to refund it for them. And you can keep your 6 HP there. So what's your total HP now? 38?
38.
Okay.
I mean,
So I'm looking at spells, and this is the hard part for me. Because I'm looking at
'Cause you
up to
can't
level
read.
3. So I actually had a question for you on spells, Scott.
I have answers. You just probably don't
Much
them.
like we did on Lost Initiative with Patrick and CX.
I'm gonna ban you, seriously.
There's an option for Thunderstep here. I would ask, would we be able to make that necrotic? Because I use Hex, I use Hexblade's Curse, both of them
I
are
have no
necrotic.
problem with doing things like that. There's another reason why you're going to be able to use Necrotic too, which you're going to get to very shortly.
Yeah.
So you're perfectly fine with that.
My question here comes to a vote of the team, because for me, it seems like a waste. I already have Misty Step, which is a bonus action. Thunderstep would be useful for saving you if you got trapped by a horde of zombies or something like that, because I can go 90 feet.
You can go 90 feet, and you can bring somebody with you, and it does a
Exactly.
boom, and it does a boom on departure.
Correct.
So it's loud.
So, yeah,
it's just loud. It
makes
doesn't do
noise.
like blowback damage to anything. Is there, like,
It's
a
within
force?
10 feet. Everything within 10 feet. And it would be necrotic. I would change it to necrotic.
She doesn't
instead
know
of-
And
how
it's
many
whatever
damage.
you-
How much damage you want to tell her?
Oh, it's 3d10.
That's what would happen if you
And
if you
and
use
if they
that?
yeah, and if they succeed the dex save, they take half.
Oh wow. Okay, so what are your other options?
My other option I was looking at was a level 2, and it was where is it? Mind Thrust, which is a bonus action. It's 60 feet. Target takes 3d6 psychic, and its next action is only a dash or disengage, unless it has a successful save, which means it takes half damage, and then it doesn't limit its attack, its main action operations.
Is that like an upgrade to your other mind powers? That's separate.
It's a separate mind power. It's a bonus action instead of an action.
But would that be another one that like you would play as if you didn't know you had?
No, it's almost like this is one I would play it off of it, because during this break I'm gonna act like Ophios figures out he can use his mind to do stuff.
Okay.
This would kind of be like him. So I have different ways of playing around with this. One is he gets used to Misty Step more and figures out a way to cause damage as he leaves and go further. The other one is he figures out he can use his Mind Spike ability and then is able to use Mind Thrust and really manipulate people's minds.
I feel like that.
I honestly love the evolution of character you're talking about for both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say either way it could work. I feel like you do use Misty Step a lot. I feel like maybe the mind one is more Ophios specific, like character development. But that's up to you.
The mind makes more sense from a character building standpoint.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It also gives me the ability to use a damage attack as a bonus action, whereas I don't have any bonus actions to do an attack yet. The only bonus action I have is the Misty Step, which is movement, and then I also have my Hexblade's Curse. Those are the only things I can do with a bonus action, which is why I find that appealing, is it's a bonus action. With
Can't
that
do it all the
said-
time, but you know it's a
right,
great
because
option.
I still have limited
Yeah.
spell slots, but
I mean, the Misty Step would be useful, but like I agree.
Well,
Messy. Like
yeah.
I feel like the mind one makes more sense for your character.
It does also go up to where I can now do it to multiple targets now because I would automatically be casting it at 3rd level, so I can do it
Oh,
to
that's
2
sick.
targets.
Yeah, that's sick.
How many 3rd level slots do you have?
I don't have slots. It's all single slots, and I cast at the highest level. So I have
Aside
two
from cantrips,
spell
which are
slots.
always cantrips, everything is cast at the highest slot possible.
Yeah.
Up to
So, yep. So I have 2 spell slots, and a 3rd if I use my recharge stone, but that's once per long rest.
Funny enough, I think it's technically once per 24 hours, isn't it?
I think it's actually once per 24 hours. Yeah.
Which is an important distinction sometimes.
Pearl
It's
of
longer
Power.
usually.
Let me look up Pearl of Power again.
Which also, you could be smart, and you could do things like if the last time you used it was noon, you could do something like, right as you're preparing to go for an adventure, use it at like 11:58 or something. You know what I mean? Like
It says once you have used the pearl, it can't be used again until the next dawn. So technically, it's less
Dawn.
than that.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah,
I
that's-
use
that's
it
good.
before dawn, then I use it immediately after the sun comes up.
Yeah, we do a fight at sunset, or sorry, at sunrise, and you're like, "Shit, it won't work a second time."
No, Scott. Hold on, Scott.
What time is it? What time
Yeah,
is
how
it?
did you describe? No. You described the sun looking like this. You see, what you were actually describing in accordance. No, I've got 3 websites pulled up here. That is actually pre-dawn. That is actually is literally called pre-dawn. Where? How far around the curve of the Earth was the sun? Oh, so it hadn't crested it yet.
Okay, now did you
You're
say this
giving
guy
me
was
other
purple?
ways for me to really mess with Scott and be like, hey, so based off this and this and this, I should get to use this again. Just like earlier, I could use advantage because of this particular situation.
No, it's yep. Which honestly, rules lawyery stuff like that, I always find entertaining. You know what I mean? So long as the person is willing to agree with the fiat either way. You know what I mean? I enjoy rules lawyery stuff like that. I love it when people try to maneuver, but that's because I'm American. That's what we like. We like situations you can take advantage of.
Oh, man.
I burned myself with my coffee. Why was my coffee so hot? It's America. We like iced coffee. You ordered a hot coffee, sir. I want money.
Are you talking about the McDonald's lawsuit? Because that was
Yeah.
actually kind of a fucked up suit.
I know. It's pretty funny.
Roll 20 doesn't have mind thrust for me to pull over.
She had to get skin grafts.
Because she doesn't know how to drink coffee.
Because they didn't give her a coffee protector and she spilled it. I don't remember. They didn't do something they were supposed to do, and she was like, "Your ass is paying for my new legs."
It was honestly, it was probably a loose lid or something like that.
Sorry. I broke it. I accidentally clicked on it when I'm typing out the spell.
My favorite
Because
will
I couldn't
always be
drag and
"Do
drop.
not eat paint." There's a comedian. I don't know if he's still on Netflix. I can never remember his name, but I think his comedy show is called something like Ugly something, like Funny Ugly. I'll look it up during when we take our break. See if I can get it for you. But he's a comedian that I can only watch him because I've seen him so many times now. I have to watch it once every a year and a half or so to appreciate it. But he's so funny. He like just so funny. I don't know. And he's like a wicked ugly guy, so it's just really funny because it's part of his shtick. He's like, "Look at me." Anyways, sorry. I mean, Yonda should appreciate one of his jokes. He hates pickles, and he thinks that pickles are too
Bro.
aggressive to put next to a sandwich. He's like,
Okay.
he's like,
Real talk though, pickles suck. I don't know why people eat pickles.
see?
Sorry,
Real-
what?
Second talk.
What?
No, second talk.
I agree with you. I hate
Hold on
that.
a second. Pickles are the best.
I hate
Rita?
cucumbers though too.
I like pickles,
Okay.
and Tyler only
Team
likes to say
pickle.
cucumbers anally, so it's okay.
All right, go
Real
ahead.
talk though, pickles are just the funniest shit I've ever seen. You heard about this guy, Pickle Rick?
Yes.
I have not.
Daelric has no idea what I'm talking about. Jesus
I-
Christ. Daelric, he turned himself into a pickle. It's the funniest shit, Daelric.
It's funny because it's not funny. That's the joke.
Gherkins are so gross. Hi, me, by the way. They're so gross. My wife
Yeah.
likes gherkins, and she'll buy them and then eat 2 and leave them in the fridge. And 6 years later on, I'm like, why do we have 3 open jars of gherkins that expired before my daughter was born? They might still be in my fridge, by the way. And we moved, mind you, in September. This past September.
Pickles are the best. I make my own pickles, and I like the Clausen pickles.
Rena, would you like to give me your pickles?
I mean, yeah, I could make you some. That's what you're asking for.
I'm just wondering if you could ship me a pickle.
Just one. And I'll put it in this very small jar.
Sorry. So you actually make your own pickles?
Yes, I do.
That's cool. That's cool. My,
Yeah.
my brother's wife does that sometimes. So
I
they're
call them French
okay.
pickles.
Yeah. I mean, she does them. They taste good, but they're not like. It's not like going to the grocery store and buying like a good dill pickle. Or
It's
like
a
going to the
different kind
deli.
of pickle, you know? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's different. It hits
Guess-
different.
You guys suck. You guys are disgusting.
So, anyways,
How do
I'll get you the name of the comedian. You can watch it. It's funny. I think his name's like Chris something. What's up, Tyler?
How do I set the damage for a spell that I'm creating?
I'll have to help you with that one afterwards because that's macro-y stuff. So if that's it for your big level uppy things, then the next thing I really wanted to talk
Yeah.
about
I still have to roll my
Appropriate.
dice as well.
Yeah.
appropriate.
Can you stop wasting rolls?
Bro, it's
How's it wasting?
an
I
episode.
gotta roll my
Joking.
hit dice still. You're messing with the algorithm.
Yeah, the sneak attack does more damage than the sword now. That's pretty cool.
Is that nice?
Yeah.
Do you think if you stayed straight rogue, you'd actually have 3d6 sneak attack?
Yeah, I was thinking about that actually.
No, but if you think about so your build gets pretty nifty at level.
When I get swords, yeah. Oh, I shouldn't. Well, that's a spoiler, but
Yeah, well, so next level, so this level was a huge upgrade. So like this past level was a painful one for you.
yeah.
But like the level you just took is a big upgrade because of like sneak
Yeah, and the
attack.
next
and
one I
stuff.
get too.
And the next one you get other shit. And then the fun thing after that is if you don't choose one class, if you stay with both classes, then you get an ASI, then you get an ASI, so you can actually boost your stats or gain feats twice in a row, which is like again, it's
That's a good.
painful.
That's a good steroid.
Yeah, but that makes exactly 4 levels in a row pretty awesome. You know what else is pretty awesome? Walnut has food. I'm glad you have food, Walnut.
Oh, I thought you were gonna read off a fucking sponsor, dude. I've been watching too many podcasts. You know what else is awesome? Audible.
Speaking of, this episode is brought to you by Audible. You can actually swing by audible.com/Daelric to find your mom blowing me.
There is some
Oh,
stuff
that's
that
a
I
good
think
book.
Rena and Ophios are going to work on. For one, that necrotic shield.
Yes.
For two, Yondis and Ophios need to identify an object.
Yes.
Part 3, Rena is probably going to craft using the blood and possibly the head and skin of this loper.
See if I can do it again. Lost my freaking weapon.
And
Can I
you
go back to that field?
And then part 4,
I
we're
go
going to
back?
open that chest and throw the scrolls in there and some of the equipment we're not using and send it Jake's way.
Well, so funny thing about the chest, actually, and we're going to get to that in a moment because this, technically speaking, the chest, which has been dormant, as you guys know, for months now, is actually going live starting Wednesday next week. Don't tell the other cast though. They're gonna have to find out on their own.
Well, they're
So-
definitely gonna hear about it now. You just said it.
What? Oh, just nobody clip it. Steve, don't clip it and tag them in Discord so they don't know.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So what we
He's
got?
gonna do it now. Like, you know he's gonna do it now.
Steve, please.
He's gonna keep all of this in it.
Steve, I'll be your daddy. Clip
All
that
right,
one.
you ready? You ready for me to roll hit dice?
Yes,
Do
I
it, buddy.
am.
What do you roll? 1d8.
He rolled technically under average. Does somebody wanna give him a curse to make him
Average
roll
is
lower?
7. Average is 7. Wait, how would a curse make him roll lower? It just makes him roll again.
Ooh,
Right?
here we go. Ophios coming in from Oklo. If you want to give Oklo a good wink or whatever you want to. Oh, a snake.
Oh,
They slide.
He's gotta
Oh
go
my
so
God.
low.
How have we not had Midori? We're gonna have to slide
Thanks,
to DMs. Midori, I think we need an Ophios sock puppet. Is that feasible? Midori, I know you're out there. You're always there. You are the permalurk. It's actually like you are a professional lurker, and I find it genuinely impressive. I'm always like,
wait, am I re-rolling?
Yeah,
that what
yes,
that
you
means?
are. I'm always like, I haven't heard from Midori in forever.
7 or higher.
Yeah!
Oh.
I'm like, I haven't
Someone
heard from
wanna curse
Midori in
that,
forever.
or-
I miss her. I hope she's doing okay. And then she'll like resub or drop some daddies or randomly give like a Twitch chat pool of luck or something like that. And I'm like, oh, she is around. She's a professional lurker.
No
We need to
daddies
talk
tonight.
about making Ophios a sock puppet. It's important. It's something that needs to be done. Let's make it happen. We need
Tyler
a
just needs
sock
some
puppet.
googly eyes and a sock. He doesn't need.
No. Midori is a professional. Here, hold on.
Okay. Yeah.
I know somebody who is the head of the puppetry guild here in LA.
I got this bottle
Puppetry.
opener in Nashville. Isn't that pretty cool? It's a guitar.
That is sick, actually.
Oh,
It's the original OG cast from Lost Initiative, where
That's
you
so
have Bear Taffy's playing the halfling bard named Otto. Okay, you have Sam Strippin playing the what's her name, Rye, the Tiefling rogue. You have
Daelric's headphone
Mathis playing Thunk, which you obviously know who that is, playing Thunk. And then you have Margaret Crone playing Grommen, which, let's be honest, everybody's favorite. I mean, it's even the best looking. I mean, it's the best
So
looking one here.
cute.
It is.
Oh my
It is.
gosh.
I mean,
he can't hear us. He's not wearing headphones. But do you see his headphone head? That's insane. How do you go out like that?
Oh, dude, listen. Life has been. First of all, I can't get a haircut because I'll die.
Yeah.
And
it
second of all,
sucks. What the hell?
I'm on. I work from home right now, so I'm on a computer like
24 hours a
60
day.
plus hours a week easily. Like
Yeah.
80-ish hours. I don't know, a lot. And I listen to music to try to stay
I saw
sane.
it too, man. I don't
hey,
want to show.
I'll mail you some hair ties if you grow it back out like you had it before.
I honestly, I keep teasing my wife. I'm going to shave it off, like just shave it off. And
Full
she's,
Wade?
huh? Yeah,
Full Wade.
because I used to bick it. I used to like legit shave it, like with a razor every other day a long time ago. Brittany's never seen that though, so I keep teasing about it, and she's like, "Don't you dare."
And when you do it, shave your eyebrows off too.
Well, no. What I would do is I would do like a charity stream and shave for one amount, shave this off, and for a different amount.
I don't think I've ever seen you without a beard. Even the photos of you
Really?
at 17 years old, you have a beard.
My wife has literally
Ever since
seen
you
me
could
without
have
a
a beard.
beard once. She's known me for
I
almost
sent
11
you
years.
guys a gift in Regicide.
Uh-oh.
Tyler, you look like
Oh my god.
Seth guy who plays the piano. What's his name?
Seth Everman.
Yeah, Seth Everman. You
love
look
him,
Like Seth
yeah.
Everman.
He's so funny.
Whoa, that is an interesting picture. Oh man.
Bald
I'm gonna find a photo of Seth Everman and then mix them up and tell me which
That
one's
I shaved it. I bick. That was after full razor shave, man.
Yeah. It's your head is a different color. It takes like about a month for your head to like gain the color of the rest of your face. It's so weird. But yeah, if I took off both my head hair and my beard hair, I would have like normal colored skin hair and then be like pasty white all around. And it's one of those, doing that in the summer or the winter is like the most dangerous thing. It's like you could really burn yourself. So
You know, that's
So-
why. Go ahead, Tyler.
So how long did you shave your head?
about a year and change. It was right after I had a ponytail for a long time. I bicked my head for about, I want to say maybe 13 or 14 months. And then I grew it to the way that you see me wear it nowadays. Some degree of that never went around, finger length up top, you know.
How'd that start?
What start?
Why'd you go from the long ponytail to clean shaven head?
Somebody talked me into donating it, and so I did. And you know, it was just like, kind of like a cool thing. And not honestly, I mean, ponytails are cool, but they're for nerds, and clearly I'm not a nerd.
Yeah, you only play D&D.
I only built an office for playing D&D. But I built it myself, like a man or a woman.
Did Tyler get any curses to reroll his health again?
He did not. He just got that one beautiful.
So I'm the only guy who had to do it 3 times.
I mean, to be
Okay.
fair,
To be fair, what?
do I have to say it? You know, Rena can say it if it need be said.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
I want to hear
oh.
you say it. Here, let me turn up my volume all the way.
I
So
gotta,
what's everybody's health point
cough,
right
cough.
now?
Ugh.
Oh, you're infected? That's crazy.
Rena, you're at 41. Yondis, you're at 38.
Oh, 37?
I'm
I
at
thought.
38.
Oh, 38.
What are you at, Tyler?
43.
What are
Okay.
you thinking? All right, you go first, buddy.
So I was
You have
just
to-
genuinely curious.
You have more health than me, so you get to go first. You also have a shield, so you probably should be going first.
Yeah, I have an AC of
Why are we
19.
doing the whole fighting each other thing?
Wait, what are we doing?
No, we're not fighting each other.
We're not
saying,
fighting
like,
each other.
when we go into battle, who goes first? It should be
Oh,
Tyler.
like it's him.
Most
Yeah.
health
He's
and
Oh,
he's
like
like
first into battle.
Yondis, did you apply the +3 to your initiative?
No?
Okay, so remember how you get to add your charisma to your initiative now?
That's right. Yeah, I'm doing that now. Hold on.
You know how to do that?
Wait, did someone already do it? Did you already do it?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, that's my dex. Yeah, no, okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, so it's right here. You add...
Damn it. Shit.
right, yeah.
Go ahead.
It's actually right here. You add initiative modifier. You add a 3. So now when you roll your initiative, you actually have a +7 to your initiative. So if you rolled initiative right now...
I don't understand. What are you trying to prove?
Oh, perfect messy fashion.
Oh my god.
Why'd you make me do that?
What are you trying to prove? You guys?
So you rolled a 1 and got an 8. I rolled a 9 and got an 11.
Wait, do I have to change mine too? No.
Oh
it's
yeah,
just-
should my initiative be a 3 now instead of a 2?
What was that? I'm sorry?
Do we
Does
have to
initiative
change our initiative?
benefit from
No. It's based off of dexterity. And yeah, I stopped a while ago. What's your name? Steve. I stopped a while ago, or I don't know, or whoever asked that. Because on conference calls twice a day, minimum every day, 5 days a week plus, I just, to put it up and take it down, I don't want to have to explain why there's a green screen there. And the only people that actually use Zoom's background effect are the people that don't know anything about technology, and they just like click. He's like, haha, this is funny, look at me, and like half their body's like tweaking out because they don't have a green screen. So it's like, and they'll be like, oh, blah blah blah, and they're talking, like the other half of their body starts tweaking out, and I'm like, God, this call is giving me anxiety. Why are you doing this? Look at me. I'm Zoom call iPhone. I'm in Bahamas.
Did you see the Twitter post of the girl whose boss turned herself into a potato and couldn't figure out how to put it back? So for the entire
Yes.
conference call, she's just eyes and a mouth on a potato.
I
saw that. That was hilarious.
I did not, but now I want to see it.
I'll find it. I'll link it in chat.
Yeah, link it in clip chat or something like that, or Serenity, yeah, or Nerd, whatever. So, yeah. No, usually the Zoom calls that get shared with me are like all the companies are giving inspirational Zoom speeches.
I did the thing for the damage of the spell. I figured it out.
Kudos, sir. Kudos. Like,
Here's the link. I hope it doesn't ban me for posting links.
no. But that's a JPEG.
Yeah. That's a link to the JPEG.
All I did was look at what Mind Spike was and then added it.
Did you want the Twitter post, like the whole post?
Yeah, I was kind of curious about the the video or whatever that caused it.
I don't know if I think they just took a picture and then had the like text story of what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Because that looks like something that would take some legitimate effort to. Like, I don't even know how it would even read that way on a Zoom
Yeah,
chat.
here's the real tweet. If you just want to see the tweet, it's popping. It's almost got 1 million likes.
Yeah. Either way, I'll check it out later. So moving back. So yeah, you guys are of course your characters level up or whatever. Now I did want to have an important conversation with between your characters about like your plans moving forward, how you want to interact with these NPCs, and the fact that other NPCs are going to continue filtering in as time goes on, blah 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 blah. But why don't we actually take a quick little break since we did our level up, which is a lot of fun. Unless there's anything else that you care like about pointing out about your level ups before we go, and we come back we'll do the RP. Anything, Tyler, Messi, we did your level up was pretty straightforward because you had half leveled up for a long time now because you suck. Rena, you did your level up was the easiest one. You just have extra attack and more health points. And Tyler had the most complex level up where he now also has 2 additional attacks, which is sexy because our 2 fighter characters are actually really good at fighting. And even Messi also got really good at fighting and can run away when he hits people without having to use his bonus action.
Oh, I'm so great at running.
Meaning that you, in theory, could attack twice more often. But yeah, I think that's everything. Cool.
So Scott,
See,
On Mind Spike, even though I'm casting it at level 3, it's not increasing by the additional D8. It should be 48 when I'm casting at 3rd level.
let me see what you're looking at over here. Mind Spike. You're looking in spells, and you're looking in here where you're.
Rita, you're a
clicking.
fighter, right?
Yes.
It's just
level
because it
5 now?
says 3d8. What's it supposed to be?
So you got your
It's
proficiency
it would
bonus and
be
the extra
48
attack, huh?
on.
So
casting
I
it.
have a simple macro on here where it's literally just tells it roll 3d8 versus the complex version where it's like roll, and then I have an algorithm that calls to the level of you put at like, not quite an algorithm, it's not that complex, a macro that kind of calls to what level you are and does like a little bit of math based off of that and spits it out. It's just easier to just change that number to a 4 if it's supposed to be. Oop.
Yeah, because I cast it at higher level anyway. So
Exactly,
it's
because yours is always
yeah.
max level, so why would it matter? And even that whole at higher levels bit, if you go back to Mind Spike,
Yep.
or the whole at higher levels, I would even just get rid of this. So when you cast a spell using a 3rd level spell slot or higher.
I like having all that information in there. That reminds me to update it if I get to higher casting level.
Sure. So it's normally a 3d8, but now it's a 48, you're saying?
Correct.
Cool.
I just looked it up.
That's what you were
when
talking
I do
about.
it's going to do 48.
Huh.
What's your archetype?
Oh, wait a second. When I clicked it, it worked maybe differently than how you
What?
clicked it.
Your archetype.
Let me just check something real quick. Mind Spike.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's your archetype?
Yeah, you rolled the 48 now.
What do you mean?
Your fighter archetype. How do you...
Oh, okay, never mind.
I don't
Never mind.
know.
I was thinking of something else. You're good.
Okay. Daelric,
Yo.
what's Rena's archetype?
Battlemaster.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Thanks.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh.
You were asking about proficiency bonus. I think we already did that.
Yeah, I think it does on its own. That's
It
what
did it on purpose. On whatever. It already did it.
Automatically?
Automatically. Sorry, it's been a long day.
So, Messi, what do you think about your new name? Who's asking? Anna? What are you talking about, Anna? I didn't change my name.
I'm giving out some daddies.
What do I think about the name I gave myself? I don't know. I like it. How do you want me to respond, Anna? What are you baiting for?
Well, he is a never mind. Why don't we go and take our quick little break then? When we come back, we're going to have the fun little RP that I was talking about. We're an RP for specifically Ovios, but then also an RP for your characters with one another. So we're going to take a quick little break, you know what I mean? Go stretch your legs. I have to go get myself some more water because I still have more pizza I got to eat. Actually, a fun thing, Tyler, before we go, just to tell you what I did do here. I bought the same pizza I always do, Red Baron 3 cheese or 5 cheese, whichever one is the one that you always find. And then I actually happen to have in my freezer some frozen pre-cooked shrimp. You know what I mean? Like the bag of it.
Oh, so you put shrimp on it?
I put a little bit of shrimp, like I ripped the shrimp into thirds after I took the tails off, right? Let it thaw first, just let it sit on the counter. Rip it into thirds, put it on top, and I grabbed a little bit of frozen broccoli and put that on top too. The way that they have a small amount of extra moisture of those kind of like got under the cheese, almost made, and then of course because shrimp has a natural like fishy-ish flavor, and like mixed with the sauce, I won't lie, when I started eating I was like, why is the sauce so much more delicious than I remembered? And literally just like the way that the juices mix with the seasonings that they had there, I was like, this is like it tiered up in quality. This is so good. Like before, it was just like I'm eating Red Baron, but I was like, no, it's legit good.
Yeah, I doctor mine every time I make it.
Do you?
So, yeah.
Oh, see, I just thought you bought like the Supremo, or because I can't eat that stuff.
I buy the Special Deluxe or the Supreme, but then I usually doctor it a little bit after the fact. So like one of the most simple doctors I do is I have organic Parmesan cheese that I'll do a sprinkle of. And the juices of the Parmesan add to it as well. Sometimes I'll add some paprika or red pepper. Yeah, there's a few things I do.
Nice. Well, Messi is raising his hand, and I don't know why. Is it because he's using just Twitch's... That's Twitch. Okay, bye, everybody. We'll be back. Messi's dumb. You already knew that, though. Yeah.